Okay, yeah, so after struggling for 10 minutes to put the scarf on horribly, I'm actually going to go to Home Depot and try to find some more panels. So I spent the morning prepping panels. You can probably see them all under here, you know, messy desk and all. So, but the thing is, the shapes I really want, I think I have them over here in my other messy part of my room. Where did I put them? Oh, these guys right here. These are like 3x12s. Again, I keep trying to use my right arm and it's like, from here, I can lift my arm like this, but I can't, like from here, it's incredibly painful here, and then I can't lift my arm forward more than like that. So, physical therapy has been great because, you know, a few weeks ago my arm was stuck like this, now it's, you know, So I'm gonna go to Home Depot. If I can't struggle with my, so if I can't find the pressurized lumber that isn't horribly warped, I'll just have to get the more expensive, like, I think the one I was looking at, Unfinished Pine, was like $10. It was like 2x4x10, which is fine because I have like 5 panels, which is great. But I'm also going to see if they have wooden cubes and wooden spheres. Or if not spheres, they have these things called doorknobs. Like some knobs have like a wooden handle and it's flat on one side, which will save me a lot of sanding. So I'm going to see about that because that's going to be for a different project, which hint hint. Final Fantasy 9, I believe. I don't know, I didn't like lines, I don't remember too much. But Final Fantasy 14, Wiping City of Mach, mid-rate boss. Me and my giant glasses are back. Hello. Actually, I can't see the lights, like, they're starting to, are they changing? No, they're not changing. It's just, there's a glare and it's like right here and it's driving me insane. So I'm actually getting ready to gild a bunch of panels. I think this should be enough glue. It's like, this is actually the water-based gilding size. I spilled like 3/4 of this bottle the other day, so that's about. Okay, so I'm still in everything. This tentacle thing, I'm not sure if I'm going to do copper flakes with gold sheets or gold flakes with silver sheets on the back. I'm also out of silver sheet, so I can't even do that right now. But this one is going to go off to the side until I figure out what I'm going to do with it. And then the reason I'm changing it is because I decided to traumatize myself and look up what a blue ring octopus actually looks like. I am horribly creeped out by octopus. They're very, very tasty. Like, they're tentacles, put them in a sous vide bath, take them out, grill them up with some harissa. You know, harissa is the only way that I'll eat bell peppers. Bell peppers are disgusting. But, you know, grill them up, some harissa, like, octopus is delicious. I like drawings of octopus, but actually seeing a live octopus just, no. I had to, like, turn my computer off and walk away. Like, I had to, like, walk away and just struggle to do this while contemplating my life decisions. I think they're really cool. Octopus are so freaking cool, but they're just, it's just nightmare fuel. Like, I can't. So I have that. I have metal flakes, and then I have copper. I only have, so I have 1 3-gram package of copper, 1 3-gram of silver, 2 gold flakes, and then 1 gold leaf for Mona Lisa. So this should be more than enough of everything. The silver leaf should be enough to cover the 3 panels that I have, but silver leaf, keep saying leaf. The silver flakes should be enough to cover the panels that I have. And then hopefully next week when I get paid, I'm hoping that Artist Craftsman has more of these in stock, or I can try it online and find somewhere cheaper. I mean, there are other brands, but Sepp and fortunately Mona Lisa have been the most consistent, because I have bought other brands offline. They've come to me completely tarnished. So here I am once again gilding so many panels. I realized I actually don't show a lot of the stuff that I paint because what I do is actually really macabre, a lot of body horror, things that will trigger people and also get me banned from YouTube and Instagram a lot. Shot number 2 of my messy desk. This is actually the one where the spider web is on that I need to fix because it's falling down. But here I have my panels already. I'm actually going to do one more coat of the gilding adhesive. The instructions say one, but I find two works the best, especially since sometimes you miss a spot and I don't feel like going back midway through gilding all the crap, because it's a pain in the ass. Oh my god. So let this dry, do one more coat, let that dry again, and then we're gonna get on to prepping the floor so I can get gilding. So I'm just setting up some random bits of the Sunday paper on the floor in an attempt to protect the floor from all the glitter, but you'll see later that it was just honestly a waste of time. And I'm just using it as Amazon box to hold all the flakes in. And this copper has oxidized, unfortunately, which is really frustrating. Okay, so that panel looks like it's nothing on it, but I assure you the glue does dry clear. And you saw me with the chopsticks in my hand for a second. Usually I like to use those to sprinkle on the flakes on top of the metal and then press it in with the gloves. But I guess the package got smushed in the mail, so I had to use the gloves. The gloves and the chopsticks are actually coated in talcum powder. That helps stop the metal from sticking to everything. As you can see here with my hands, I'm really pushing that flakes into the glue, and I'm actually using my hands. You see me kind of flick it around a little bit and just playing with it. It just looks like a lot. I'm actually pushing the metal into the board, but I'm also polishing it with the gloves. These are cotton gloves, but they're also a very tightly woven, so they don't snag on anything. So I'm just using my hands, as you can see here, just really working on those spots. I also like the look it gets, because if you keep working this type of metal, it gets a lot of scratches in it, and that's kind of the look I'm going for. I realized way too late that I should have done the silver flake first, but I'm pretty much doing the same thing, piling on the flakes and then pressing them then and working it into all the corners, smashing it into the board. I'm not burnishing this one as much with my hands, because right now I'm just getting the foil onto the paper. And then later on, I think I did actually find another pair of gloves to use just for the silver. And that, it was just, yeah. Make sure you have all your supplies before you get down to big project. But another, I want to say not bonus, but this is actually aluminum foil. So I'm not really too concerned with the oils and stuff on my hands tarnishing the metal. If you can see, my hands actually have a weird white cast on them because I did spray them down with alcohol. That helps cut all the dirt and grease off your hands, so I can do this without worrying about it. And when I go to place the varnishes, it won't beat up from the oils. It's really bad in your hands, but in a pinch, it works. Also, I'm sorry guys, I'm so damn near out of camera frame, but yeah, so I'm just going to do the entire thing. Some of the panels, as you can see, are basically color coded. One, I do that so that I remember which one is going to get what color foil or flake on top of them, but also because of the way the flakes are, whatever you paint underneath will show through, and that also kind of helps bring in the color, so it's not just a flat metal. It does peek through a lot, not here too much because I still need to burnish that silver, but on the gold and copper you'll see the red show through, that weird green patina color show through, and that's also helps give, I want to say dimension, but just kind of cohesion. Is cohesion a good word? I don't know. So copper, I like the way copper patinas. So I use that kind of patina turquoise color underneath the copper, or sometimes if I'm going for a rusty, dirty oil color, I'll put like a purple or a shiny, glittery black under the copper. Same thing with the gold and the silver. The color you put underneath affects what shows through and what you put on top. But generally, if I'm just going for just a generic, I'm not really sure what I'm going to put on top, I go with reds for golds, some kind of blues for silver, and then copper, I either stick to red or that patina kind of turquoise color underneath. Okay, here I'm starting to kneel and also pop a leg up because my back is starting to burn like crazy because my back is terrible. But anyway, so I'm mixing all the flakes I have left together because for these last few panels, I don't really have a consistent design or anything. I just want this mixed look. So as you can see, I'm literally just gathering bunches of the flakes and just dumping them on top. I don't care what goes where, what it looks like. I just want them gilded with the flakes. So it's kind of, I don't want to say variegated because I don't actually like the look of variegated. Variegated just means kind of like stripes or spotted. and like a variation look to it, which is kind of here. So again, I'm just grabbing clumps of it and just smashing it on there, dumping it on there. Still the same thing, burnishing it on, making sure everything nice and flat and smooth and adhere to it. I think I did about 4 or 5 of these panels. Some of them I did off camera because my back was hurting so bad, so I had to just stop everything and just call it a day. But I did actually do about 20 panels today. Well, that day. Now that all the other colored panels are finally done, here I am finally burnishing those 2 silver panels that I did. These are a fresh pair of gloves. There's no other colored flakes on it. So I'm going to make sure these are pure silver and nothing else is on top of them. This is the aftermath. Oh my god. The newspaper did nothing. And I lost my slipper. All my panels have been gilded. I made a huge mess, which is also why I prefer to use leaf instead of flakes. But you know, I actually kind of like the look of the flakes a little bit better. It's just a bit to clean up. Yeah, so I'm going to just use up this top coat I have from Gilding Workshop. I think this is like their consumer grade, which is why it's so tiny. But I did find a brand that sells, like Dux, D-U-X. And I'm going to see if I can get that because that's actually way cheaper than Gilding. Gilding is my go-to for acrylic and all acrylic mediums, but their MSA varnish is like sticky. So I spent the entire day applying that acrylic top coat to all the panels. Sorry, I only got a clip of me painting one. But after this, because I can't be in that room for a couple days, because it does have to, one, cure and also gas out a lot, it's very smelly, like there's a chemical smell for a couple days. So usually I'll do things like this. I'll make watercolor pans. These are actually, I took a silicone mold of a Gunzai paint pan and I filled it. I did 1 layer, and here I'm doing the 2nd layer of the paint. With watercolor, I tend to paint in big washes, so I like to use bigger brushes, so I need bigger pans because I hate getting fresh paint from the tube. It's so much work. So I just spent the day doing that. Here's all the paints that I have. I only did, in these big pans, my super granulating colors, because those are the ones that I use the most for washes. Everything else is more of accent colors. Okay, yeah, so we are under a winter weather advisory for the next like 2 days. It's supposed to be blizzard conditions and the temperature is going to be like 12. One gust up to 40, so wind chill is going to be like in the negatives, and I really don't want to be outside today. Like it's so cold in my office right now. Usually my office is really fucking hot, but my central air unit's having trouble keeping up, and you know, gas is expensive, so oof. Yeah, and then like my arm is hurting so bad right now. My joints, like, I mean, for once my nails are, yeah, like for once my hands aren't swollen. Usually I wake up in the morning, especially when it's cold, my hands are like sausages, but today it's not bad. Flakes, all the panels I did the other day with the flakes, I'm still finding glitter like everywhere. Tupac decided to jump in the box and roll around in the glitter and tracked it through the house. And yeah, so there's glitter everywhere right now. And I'm just, so yeah, I'm gonna stick to the sheet foils for a while and avoid the flakes. But the flakes look so nice. I was going to we'll try to do some art today, but I have to start filing my taxes. Please pray for me, y'all. Taxes this year are so fucked.